Oh, hey there. G-Man here, My World 67. Thanks for coming back. If it's the first time on this site, on this channel, I'm about to do a motor swap with this old junk 1666 that was actually damaged during a break-in of our home several years ago. Forgot I had it. It was all broken up during the break-in. It and several other items, several other pieces, were knocked off of a bookcase and smashed up. This was one of them, and I haven't robbed any parts off of it. It's been sitting in the bottom of my Marx repairable box probably for 3-4 years. And as you can see, let me get a clear shot. It's in pretty bad shape. I mean, if a guy really wanted to fool with it, I could make some more steps or find some more steps, put steps on it, fix this piece right here, and put another cowling on it. And I did that, put a boiler front in it. Basically, it would be ready for service again. But rather than to do that, I thought, let me check it out and make sure the motor's still good. So I tuned it up, cleaned it up, and the motor still runs great, runs like new. As you can see, it's had somewhere, but this engine hasn't had a lot of service over the years since it was new. And so it's running great. So I thought I'm going to take this motor out of this and put it in that Southern 1666 that I just painted. Now, I know I wasn't planning on doing another video on that one. You guys are probably tired of seeing that one. I am a little proud of it. But I wanted to do a quick documentation and a quick video on changing out these motors. It might be good. It might help someone else who has a similar project. So, if you don't mind, we're going to try to get started. Now, earlier I tried to record this session, and I was having problems with my camera. So let's see what's going on now. Okay, looks like we're go. All right. As I say, there's that 1666 shell, and there is the repainted in the Southern Railroad scheme 1666 I just completed. So we're going to take the motor out of this, and then we're going to replace it with the motor out of this. We're going to take this one out first, and we'll set that up there. Now, usually this is a pretty easy, quick swap job. Doesn't take a lot. And this piece is broken out here too. It can be repaired, but we're not going to fool with it. We'll just toss that old shell into the junk box. Put this in the parts bin. Okay. Now, when I took it apart last night and cleaned it, actually it was Saturday, and cleaned it, re-oiled it, cleaned the armature. It was actually pretty clean. Brushes were great. Checked out the smoke unit. Smokes like a freight train. Pun. Don't laugh, okay? Anyway, bad joke. This used to be a remarkable runner. And it, by the way, has a pull-more tire on it. Traction tire. Shouldn't use the term pull-more, because that's actually an old Gilbert term. Now, what I did notice was that, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a lot of slack between the wheels. And that's just merely needs a little compression. There's a little slack up and down, which lets us know that the bearing is worn pretty good. Considering the age of this engine and the fact that I've owned it almost since it was new. And as I say, it hasn't really been ran that much over the years, but it has a few miles on it. Okay, let me not talk, let me move along. I wanted this to be a quick video today. So now that we've got that one out, we're going to take this one out. They're both exactly the same engines, the same motors, double reduction motors. By the way, it's really cold here today, and it sounds like right now it's raining. That turned out to be a great running engine too. Once I cleaned it up and everything, oiled it, great motor. These double reduction motors are hard to beat. Okay. Now, here is the pun with these engines. These engines, when they're non-smoking, Marx goes through and they put this plate in there. This plate serves the purpose. It's just a blocking plate, but we're gonna go ahead and take that plate out. There's a couple ways you can do it. What I like to do is I like to take the pliers first and just kind of put it in there and squeeze them down and score it. Now you can see that or not. And then just take it and twist it. Take it, stick it in there, score it, twist it. They come right out. And you can, it's just a piece of plastic, but if you want to, you can even keep that. Later on, and you decide to do something else, you can go back in with it. And it breaks it off pretty even with where it needs to be. Now, for some reason or other, that one didn't come out. There. That takes care of that problem. Okay. Then I forgot I set that extra screw in there. We just take it and put it in. Make sure the screw's lined up. Actually, I want to use that screw. Those black screws are great, but yeah. Let's use these. After all, I did clean them up and re-blacken them. For this engine. After you screw it down, always give it like another little quarter turn. You don't want to over tighten it because you'll crack your plastic. But just enough torque to where it'd be really nice, snug, and tight. So eventually, sometimes these screws do work their way back out, and you lose them on a shelf. Okay, now we've got an extra double reduction motor, non-smoker, no reverse, that runs great. And so we're going to take that, and rather than let it lay around, which I have done, or I've set them on a shelf, or I put them in a box together, I'm thinking as being, and some of the other guys have suggested, for now, just to help me keep track of it, I'm going to put it back in this old 1666 body. These are real simple to change too. They just slip in. So if one should drop out on you, don't freak out and think that it's broke. It's just not. Just dropped out. Now the reason why I'm having such a problem with this is because this little back plate is loose. Whereas the way they had it, the way it was mounted in there before, was still set in its original position, hadn't been disturbed. There. Well, maybe I won't. Doesn't want to cooperate, guys. I don't want to take up a lot of time to fool with it today. Okay, so we got 2 screws left. We got a good motor. Got a bracket. We also have an extra coupler if we need one. And these plates, these didn't have the metal plates on them. They were actually the plastic. But the metal plate is in the top side of the plastic. So this can be popped out of there. You can drill out the rivet, pop out the rivet, and take them out together. And you can also use this for a weight. So there's still some stuff can be used on here. You can cut the horn, cut the bell off, the horn, the chimney, if you need it on something that's got a broken chimney, or your smokestack. You can take off the horn there, and it's still got a few good parts on it. And as you can see, I still have not put the trailing truck on there yet. I'm going to use one off of a 999, I think, temporarily. It's basically the same truck. And when you see this motor again, this engine again, rather, it'll be operating on the track as I do the track update. I'm going to use this engine as one of the engines to do the track update. All right, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Have a blessed day, and happy rails to you. This is G-Man. Bye-bye for now.